Hi, my name is Miss Boylan, and I'm going to be your Algebra 1 Semester 2 teacher for the summer. I wanted to take a minute to introduce myself, and then I wanted to give you a brief tour of our virtual school course so that you feel comfortable as you get started. Okay? So, first things first, when you come into the classroom, you're going to land here on this home page. There's going to be an announcement at the top, just like there is right now. Okay? It's important to know that I'm going to post announcements about 3 times a week. And so generally Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, there's going to be a new announcement. Now you're thinking, what are announcements? Well, announcements are where I'm going to post important course information. And since it's important, every time you come into the classroom, I'm going to need you to check the announcement and read it, okay? So one thing to note is only one announcement can be posted at a time. So I have this one posted, but when I post the next one, it's going to kick this one out and it's going to post the current one, right? So if you think you might have missed an announcement and you want to make sure that you've read everything, you just come over here to this updates link, click on it, and all of the announcements that have ever been posted in our course will be listed there in chronological order, okay? Scrolling down to the bottom of the page is where the oldest announcement is going to be. Scrolling up towards the top, you're going to get to the most current announcement. Okay, so now let's move quickly, and I say quickly, I'm saying this more to myself because Miss Boylan has a tendency to make these things too long. So let's go. Let's try to make this quick. So we're going to scroll down the page here because the meat of our course is going to be listed below the announcements page, the announcements, okay? So we've got a variety of folders. We can access them 2 ways. We can click the link itself, or we can do a quick preview and see everything that's inside of it. And all of these things, like you see, they're all clickable, okay? So let's start from the top. We've got the summer school orientation begin here. That's exactly where you're going to want to begin, okay? So inside of it, we just have this brief introduction, and then we have these 4 activities. Now, be aware these activities need to be completed before you start doing algebra content, algebra work, okay? These activities are meant to get you comfortable working in the virtual environment and connecting with me. This exit ticket one is going to have you connecting with me. So be sure these get completed before any Algebra 1 content, okay? The next folder we have is the teacher and mentor information folder. And inside that, we have these 2 informational pages, one for me and one for our mentor, Miss Campbell. And this information, each of these pages just, provides introduction of who we are and then lists contact information for us, how to contact us and when to contact us, okay? So inside my page, there will be something called office hours, and office hours are the time of the day that I'll specify that I'm actively working in our course, right? Grading activities, posting assignments, getting our course ready, and talking to you and reaching out to you. But caveat, office hours are not the only time I'm going to talk to you, okay? So let's say you're working on your Algebra 1 content and it's not during my office hours and you have a question. You don't have to wait till my office hours to reach out to me, okay? Instead, what's going to happen is as you're working, if you have a question, you're just going to reach out to me. If I'm online, it doesn't matter if it's my office hours or not. If I'm online, I'm going to answer you and we're going to work through it. If I'm not online, as soon as I get online, I'm just going to reach back out to you and we're going to work through whatever issue or concern that you had, okay? So office hours, I'm actively going to be at the computer at that time. And if you message me, you know I'm going to be online. But if you want to message me or if you need to message me any other time of the day, please do so. Ask the question when you have the question. If I'm online, I'll answer. If I'm not online, as soon as I'm back online, I'll answer, okay? So then let's move down to the next folder. We have inside here, we have the assignment schedule. Okay. So the assignment schedule, we have 2 kind of assignmentee schedules. Okay. So this assignment schedule here is going to list all 5.5 weeks of our summer school. So you're going to be able to look at it week by week and see exactly how we're moving through our content. Okay. All the way until the end. Then in the classroom, we have these guys, and they're going to tell you what activities need to be completed on a given day. Okay. And these activities and their due dates, they align with the summer school schedule. So the only difference here is that the summer school schedule is going to give you that overall preview. It also is going to list some other important information like completing activity, the first 3 days worth of work um, on time and by the schedule, because if you don't complete those first 3 days worth of work on time, you will be dropped from this course. And once dropped, you don't get added back in. So I'm assuming you need this. So make sure you're doing those first 3 days work by the due date so that you stay in the class. Okay. So you're going to want to just download this bad boy and have it at the ready, and also use this guide to make sure that you stay on top of things. Okay. So I'm going to skip the classroom just real quick, and we're going to look at these other two things. We've got this, the DVHS Vision. That's just information about who we are at the virtual school and what we do. And then this next one here is the help desk. Okay. So the help desk is for tech help. Okay. It's not for content help. It's not for algebra questions, right? If you got algebra questions, you're just going to message me in Google Chat. Okay. It's not really even for course questions. Let's say you click on a link in the course and you get some message that says it's private access. Something like that. That's not even tech help. That's just, you can reach out to me and be like, Miss Boylet, I tried accessing this page and I got a message saying that it wasn't available. So content, Algebra 1 content and course information, you're going to want to just ask me. But if it's other things, tech things aren't working the way that they're supposed to, then you're going to want to use this tech help desk ticket submission. Okay. Notice it's a link. You click on it, it's going to open a form. You're going to just complete the form to the best of your ability and submit it. And then you're going to wait about 15 to 20 minutes. Okay. Reason being, we have people 24/7 who are going to be answering these help desk tickets. Okay. So once you put one in, you're going to give them about 15 or 20 minutes to reach out to you and help you work through it. Okay. Now let's come up to the classroom real quick and take a look at what's inside there. So inside the classroom at the top, we have this course information and grading policies page. This is really important, and it's actually part of one of your orientation activities. This document is going to give you all the information about our grading policies and procedures. You need to make sure that you read it and you're aware of it, because the information in there is going to govern how our course works. Okay. So then the next folder, we have course resources. This is just information that is good for our entire course. Okay. But then these last folders that are going to be listed underneath course resources, they're going to be our actual content. Okay, so we'll have a variety of unit folders as they get open, but right now only Unit 7 is available. And actually, if we were to click in here, we're going to see that only Unit 7 Lesson 1 is available. Okay, because that's the work that gets us up through this week. Come Friday, I'm going to open up more stuff that is work for next week. Okay, so currently we just have Unit 7, Lesson 1. Okay, so in here right now we have this folder with the Unit 7 guided notes. There's 2 notes. This first one that is, don't worry about 3109, you can disregard that, but this 0701 means Unit 7, Lesson 1. These are the guided notes for Unit 7, Lesson 1. And you're going to want to use these as you're working through the content, the videos, because they're helpful when you're doing assignments and quizzes and preparing for quizzes. Okay. So those are the guided notes. And then we're going to come in here into the actual content for Unit 7, Lesson 1. Okay. At the top, we have links. The first link is the actual instruction, the video that covers the content for the information covered in Unit 7, Lesson 1. You're going to watch that. You're going to review this information. And then we've got a summary of this instruction. You're going to watch this. You're going to review it. You're going to watch both of these things before you move on to the other areas, right? Because then we've got assignment 1, assignment 2, and a quiz. You're going to watch the instruction, review the summary before we attack any assignments or quizzes, because that's how you prepare for them, okay? So as I said, more unit folders will be coming available and lesson folders will be coming available as they are due, okay? Every Friday, I will open the next week's work, okay? So you'll see more folders coming this Friday. You'll see the Unit 7 Lesson 2 folder, as well as some of Unit 8, okay? So now we're gonna look at one last thing. Right here below that updates page, we have the grades page. If I click on this, we're gonna see all of the assignments that are listed in our course. I'm going to close this. And we also have quizzes for our course, okay? And we have tests and exams as well, but right now, notice, see these dashes here? That means none of these things have been submitted, okay? But as these assignments are submitted, you're going to get grades in here. You're going to get grades, and sometimes there might be a little 4-square box. A 4-square box represents a rubric. So if an activity has a rubric, you can click on the 4-square box. It's going to open up the rubric, and you'll be able to see exactly how you scored on each criteria of the rubric, okay? So you'll get if there is a rubric with it, you'll get a little rubric icon, you'll get whatever score you scored, and then there may be feedback over here that I provide, okay? So as you complete assignments and you complete quizzes, you're gonna wanna come in here to this grades page, and you're gonna wanna review and see how you did, okay? And check to see if there's any feedback from me. Okay, so with that, I think this is all that we have to talk about. I'm going to come back here real quick, or actually it's not really all we have to talk about. I'm just going to say one last thing. So before you jump into the summer school orientation, make sure you have read this, our first announcement, okay? Yeah, and you're going to watch this video, right? So in addition to the video, there's something that's not listed here. I'm sorry, I should have listed it here. What we have to do is we have to have a brief meet and greet, you and me, okay? So here's how I'm hoping it goes. I'm hoping you watch this video, you download your assignment schedule, you look through the class, get a feel for how things are. Maybe you complete some of these orientation activities, that's great. But what you're gonna do is, after you've watched this video and you've done some of these orientation activities, you're gonna reach out to me in Google Chat, because that's actually one of our assignments, this exit ticket, okay? You're gonna reach out to me. Once you've reached out to me, then we're gonna schedule a time to meet for a meet and greet, okay? And ideally, because you've watched the video and you've gotten comfortable in the classroom a little bit, our meet and greet should be nice and short. 5 minutes introduction, get to know each other a little bit, show me that you've worked through the class, you've downloaded your assignment schedule, and bada bing, bada boom, you can get started in the classroom, okay? And working on your course. So with that, that's all I got to say, and I hope to talk to you soon.